England has just whitewashed the Aussies in an unentertaining series. This series involved a record-breaking 481-run innings from the Pommies, in which they crossed the Australians by 242 runs. Australia's closest chance of winning is when they scored a low score of 205. I was watching the game at the time and then I thought we were done for sure. But Billy Stanlake put some pressure on the Englishmen and they tumbled to 114 for 8. But Joss Buttler helped the Poms escape from the jaws of defeat and scored a prolific ton, leading to the Poms to a thrilling one-wicket victory. Today, I will be reviewing each player from each team out of 10 from the ODI series. Starting with the Aussies, Aaron Finch, 3 out of 10. Other than the 1 century he made in the 4th ODI, his efforts with the bat were disappointing, scoring 19, 0, 20 and 22 respectively. Overall, not a series to be impressed with from Finch. Travis Head, 5 out of 10. Head had a pretty ordinary start to the series with scores of 5 and 19. From there, he made 3 straight half-centuries, but those scores were not enough to make any impact for the Australian team. Sean Marsh, 6.5 out of 10. Marsh was an inconsistent player for Australia this series, but I still thought he did the best for them. He scored 2 centuries, 131 and 101. He was great when he had his eye in, but the 3 other matches were disappointing. I still think there were more positives than negatives for Marsh in this series, therefore his score of 6.5. Marcus Stoinis, 2 out of 10. This was not a good series for Stoinis. His highest score was 44 and the rest were well below par, 22, 9, 1 and 0. Tim Payne, 1.5 out of 10. This is one of the worst series I've seen by a modern Australia captain. Tim Payne only cracked double figures once in this series as he played totally unnaturally. I am only giving him a 1 here and an extra 0.5 just because he won every coin toss in the series. But overall, I expected much more from our captain. Glenn Maxwell, 3 out of 10. Maxwell only played 3 ODI matches, including a nice 62. His other scores were below expectations though, resulting in his low score. His bowling was average as well, and he collected no wickets. Ashton Agar, 4 out of 10. Ashton Agar was a surprise help in the tail end of the batting lineup. He's made 2 consecutive 40-plus run games before dropping off. His bowling was subpar with 4 wickets in the 5 matches. Michael Neser, 4 out of 10. Neser collected 3 wickets in the 2 matches he bowled, which is decent. Andrew Tye, 4 out of 10. Tye had 2 great games to start the series, both with 2 wickets. He didn't get any in the 3rd game though, and didn't bowl in the 4th and 5th ODIs. Kane Richardson, 5 out of 10. Richardson played in the 1st, 2nd and 5th ODI. He got wickets in every match, including a 3-wicket haul. Not the best, but not the worst either. 5 out of 10. Billy Stanlake, 4 out of 10. Stanlake had an excellent game at Old Trafford, but the 4 previous games were not up to expectations. I still think he'll continue his form from the 5th into the T20 though, and I hope he's a difference maker in that game. Darcy Short, 3 out of 10. Darcy was average in the first 2 appearances, 15 and 21. He made a nice 47 to not out to finish the series, but it would have been better if he got more. Jai Richardson, 5 out of 10. Richardson had 1 wicketless game, but the others were made of multiple wickets. He was a great player to bring into the squad and made the difference in some overs. Nathan Lyon, 2 out of 10. The 2 games Gary played proves why he isn't made for limited overs. Only 1 wicket in the series, but I must admit he was handy to keep the run rate down. I still expected more of him though. Australia, 1.5 out of 10. My overall score for the team is 1 out of 10. To be whitewashed, hit for 481, have the captain do next to nothing, and choke in the last ODI is not what I expected at all. After the practice matches I had some hope because we were able to comfortably win and England's lost to Scotland just before. But we were crushed and somehow didn't pull out 1 win. A disappointing start for Langer and Payne. Now let's move to the winners of the series. England. Jason Roy, 8 out of 10. Roy had a great series for the Poms. He made scores of 120, 82 and 101 consecutively, but had a couple of low scores, 1 and 0. It was still another great limited over series for Jason Roy. Johnny Bairstow, 7 out of 10. Bairstow was a brilliant opener this series. He made scores of 139, 79 and 42, as well as lower scores of 28 and 12. His 139 brought England their stunning 481 run performance, a world record, a series to be proud of from Bairstow. Alex Hales, 7 out of 10. Hales' series wasn't his best, but I have to give credit where it's due. His 147 was amazing. He made the near 150 off just 92 balls at a strike rate of 159.78, narrowing in on T20 stand. It was one of England's greatest ODI scores this decade and really made the game hard to watch if you were Australian. Joe Root, 5 out of 10. Root didn't have a good series with the bat, but he led his team to emphatic victories over their cricket rivals. He made a couple of appearances with the ball and was able to slow the run rate occasionally. Owen Morgan, 5.5 out of 10. Morgan made 2 consecutive half-centuries, 63 and 67, but then dropped off in his other ODI games with scores of 15 and 0. Joss Buttler, 9 out of 10. What a series from this man. He was prolific behind the stumps, with very quick actions causing multiple stumpings and some great catches too. Then was his batting. He made 91 not out in Game 2, 54 not out in Game 4, and carried England to a whitewash after bringing them back from 114 for 8 to win by 1 wicket. He also scored a century in that match. Buttler did it all and is my vote for Player of the Series. Moeen Ali, 8.5 out of 10. Australia was absolutely skittled when spin came into the attack this series. Moeen had hauls of 3, 2, 3 and 4 in 4 of the ODIs. He was amazing this series, but unfortunately he was unable to bat too well when he had the chance, giving his score of an 8.5. David Willey, 6 out of 10. Willey had a 4-wicket haul in this series, but his other 3 games consisted of 1, 2 and 0 wickets. A decent series for the pacer. Liam Plunkett, 7 out of 10. Plunkett got 7 wickets in 2 matches before dropping off to 0 and 1 wickets. He still was a great influence for this England squad. Adil Rashid, 8 out of 10. As I mentioned, spin was a huge impact in the series for the Pommies. Adil Rashid got 12 wickets in the series and surpassed England legend Graham Swan's total amount of wickets. A very nice series for the spinner. Mark Wood, 5 out of 10. An average series for the fast bowler, but he got a wicket in every match, so he was a great consistent player for England. Sam Curran, 5 out of 10. Curran collected 2 wickets in his only game. He was a nice selection from England. Jake Ball, 2 out of 10. Ball unfortunately didn't make any impact in his game and he did not get any wickets. England, 9 out of 10. This was an unbelievable series from England. No one expected them to destroy Australia how they did, and it was a superb way to get back up at Australia after they had regained the Ashes. They deserved to celebrate. It was a very good team effort by the whole of the England side. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, leave a like. Let me know your scores and review on the series in the comments below. Subscribe for AFL and cricket content, and I will see you guys next time.